The biggest thing a head coach has to do is be a recruiter. And there is no better recruiter than Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders is scamming Jerry Jones. Actually, he's not scamming Jerry Jones. He's more like scamming the Dallas Cowboy fandom. Him and Jerry Jones are locked in. And what they're doing is leveraging their relationship to get Deion Sanders more money. And look, I am of the belief that Deion Sanders is a pretty decent football coach. Now, a football coach and an NFL coach are two separate things, just like a high school coach and a college coach are two separate things. Look, I don't like when we get into these coaching talks and discussions, we pretend like Deion Sanders hasn't been coaching for almost a decade. He's been coaching at the high school level, FBS level, and FCS level. So if we're going to say anyone has experience, I think it's Deion Sanders, but I think it's a little more complicated than just simply wanting to rejoin the team that he won a Super Bowl with. But we're going to get into that deeper. We're going to look at some of the things about the Raiders deeper, more about the Dallas Cowboys, and then more importantly, talk about Deion Sanders' new contract with Colorado, because supposedly it's been offered. Supposedly it's a lot of money. So I'm thinking there's some kawiki dinks here with conversations going good. I don't think he's going to coach the Dallas Cowboys anytime soon, but I do think Colorado going to have to back the Brinks truck in to keep prime time happy. Look, guys, please, if you're enjoying these videos, leave a like on it. If you don't, dislike it. Subscribe if you enjoy college football content, Colorado coverage, and everything else in between. Let's hop right into it. So I want to preface this. This is back in 2013, right? What's the date on this tweet? September 2nd, 2013, Colorado signed to a Deion Sanders to a $29.5 million deal without even having the money to pay for it. We don't have the money yet, but I know we'll have it. Both fans donated a record $28 million to the athletic department and sold out season tickets for the first time in 27 years. I think this is going to show, I want to see... obviously, this is the last year in the contract. Palm just beat last season's national title runner-up in the very first game. And yeah, that was, again, that was last year coming into it, XYZ. So I'm assuming he has about a year left on his contract, a year or two left on his contract, and everyone's asking for that extension. And so with extension talks, rumors start happening, right? Deion Sanders and Jerry Jones have spoken about the Dallas Cowboys head coaching position. Of course, they did Mike McCarthy dirty. Like, we're not an NFL channel yet, unless I want me to talk about that, but they did Mike McCarthy absolute dirt. And I hate the Cowboys. And they did that. I'm a Texans fan, so I hate the Cowboys. And I think that's messed up. They didn't even let him. Honestly, I think he did a good thing not letting him interview for the Chicago Bears job. He would have had to coach the Chicago Bears. And then you had the whole Raiders situation. Now, this kind of got stomped out quick. All very strong interest in Las Vegas. And you know, and I just had to put this next to it because I want people to understand, not just, we're going to get deeper into the coaching thing. They like to call Deion Sanders a circus. It seems to be a pretty productive circus. If you ask me, I mean, $8 million. Best bowl game audience on record. On record. That's it. Obviously non-CFP ball game. Now, and obviously Colorado got smashed. But when people sit here and say, well, why would Colorado want even Deion Sanders? You just fundamentally don't understand the game of college football. You just don't get it. You don't understand the greats of Dan Mullins and the Urban Meyers and these people who are elite at different things. Deion Sanders, I think, has proven that his clock management has problems. I think the actual coaching, maybe being able to appoint a serious offensive coordinator, I don't know, the defensive coordinator, whoever he has over there, he's good at finding talent and putting together a team, which is a head coach's job. Right? But clearly he needs to have the decisions taken away from him, because when it comes to certain aspects of being a head coach, he doesn't have it all there. Now, does it work as a college level? It's elite at college level. He's showing you that he can do it at the college level, because the biggest thing a head coach has to do is be a recruiter. And there is no better recruiter than Deion Sanders. People, and I think... we're not going to get into it. I'm not going to call them what they actually are, but there are people who wanted to call Deion Sanders a salesman and this and that. And y'all get in the comments and say he's a salesman and he's this. And it's like, do y'all not know what recruiting is? Do you not know what building a team is? It's sales. Yeah, so if you call him a salesman, yeah, that's his job. His job is to get one of the top-ranked quarterbacks in draft class. His job is to get one of the top-ranked offensive tackles to ever be. His job is to get one of the highest graded players ever in the world of ranking high school football players to, for the first time in history, join an FCS team. all of these accomplishments that Deion Sanders have seem to keep getting swept under the rug to say, oh no, he could never coach at the NFL level, which I agree. Not right now, but to say never, that's where y'all got me mixed up. That's where y'all got me like, does he not have a Heisman Trophy winner? Is he not about to send multiple people in the first round draft? So when we talk about his coaching, let's talk about it in the right context. We can say that Deion Sanders isn't ready for the NFL, but don't get on here and say that he's just a terrible coach. Don't get on here and discredit his over a decade of coaching experience. And then God forbid you talk about the gold jacket that he has in Canton. Well, he's not in Canton. He has the gold jacket. The bust in Canton, right? It's crazy. So let's get down to the nitty gritty and what I think is really happening here, because we have some videos that we can watch a little later about, him alluding to some situations. The biggest thing I want to talk about is his response, right? To hear from Jerry Jones is truly delightful. It's intriguing, Deion Sanders told ESPN Monday night. I love Jerry Jones and believe in Jerry after you hang up and process it and think about it. It's intriguing, but I love Boulder and everything there is about our team. So he's very hell-bent, the way it seems, on staying with the Colorado Buffaloes. Now, a lot of people who've been following Deion Sanders for a while like to point out that Deion Sanders made a statement in October 22nd, right? Oh, sorry, October 2022, not having any plans to leave Jackson State. December 2022, he made the announcement that he was leaving. JSU asked him for 2 years. He gave them 3 and brought over $150 million in media dollars. He's been at Colorado for 2 years. I could definitely see him sliding out, especially with his sons gone and staff moving on from new positions. Look, this is business, baby. But I personally think that he's just leveraging. If I'm being honest with you, I think he's just leveraging. And this is another one of my accounts. I have every intention and plan in the world to be coaching for Colorado Buffs from here on. I want to finish here. I want to put the flag. I want my name on the mountains out there. I want to put my flag down in Colorado. Now, a lot of people, because, it's easy to villainize Deion Sanders, but I think that this is all about contract negotiation. This is all about big. But look, prime time's going to be prime time at all times. And he's always negotiating, always be closing, baby. It hasn't been signed yet, but Deion Sanders has reportedly been given a very good extension. This was January 13th. This is just yesterday. So things seem to be bubbling in that area. Look, 2 sources close to the situation have suggested to us that Deion Sanders is presently negotiating a new deal in Boulder, right? Boulder, and the Buffs, not the Dallas Cowboys, are his primary focus. Full story in the Cowboys country. Now, this isn't as substantiated. I want to put this with a grain of salt. This is just some dude who's reporting it, but he's reporting things that other people have also reported for, right? So these are things that other people have reported. These are articles and stuff, but I would take this with a grain of salt. But here's another one of my favorite business sports writers as well, kind of alluding to the same thing. Jerry would owe Colorado $8 million in buyout if they were to actually hire Deion Sanders away. Most people I know look at this as a contract leverage play from Sanders' side, Jerry being P.T. Barnum from Dallas side. So it's leverage to stay in, say, a lowly Colorado for more money, so the NFL and America's team for even more money and prestige. I don't think so. Prepared to be disappointed. Look, and this is where I'm going to kind of end the whole, and this is funny though. This is the deal to get Dallas Cowboys a number 1 overall pick in trade draft. Hey, y'all think they should do this? That's awful. I think the biggest thing we need to talk about with this whole coaching thing, because I think I'm done talking about who he is as a coach and as a recruiter. I really just more so about the game that is going to be played, right? Jerry Jones wants to win a Super Bowl yesterday. He's knocking on death's door. I don't think that's, he's 1 foot on the banana peel, 1 foot in the grave. Shout out to Joey Diaz. So I don't think what he wants is a new reinvigorating culture guy, because Deion Sanders is a culture guy, right? By all intents and purposes, we don't know him to be a quarterback guru. We don't know him to be, maybe a DB guru. That's obviously, but we don't. Does that relate to being a true head coach right off the gate? I don't know. I don't think DBs are Dallas Cowboys' biggest problems, right? So with all that being said, it just seems like, hey, you won a Super Bowl with me, right? Like, I signed you, you won a Super Bowl. Yeah, okay. One of the best cornerbacks, Hall of Famer. How about me being Jerry Jones, the owner operating everything on the Cowboys? We just throw out a little, you know what I'm saying? Like, we talk all the time, prime time. So why not just say, hey, we're talking for the head coach position, and then put that out there, and then have the Colorado, have them, hey, them boys' butts is puckered actually afraid that Deion Sanders is going to go join the Cowboys. Now, do I think it's a possibility at some point? Sure. I think it's a possibility at some point. But this is clear as day. If you've been keeping up with Colorado, because that's been the big talk of the town. Is like, why hasn't he been extended yet? Why is it like a lot of Colorado fans have been kind of weary about that? So don't be upset at Colorado fans overreacting to this. They've been waiting for this hammer to drop. So this is not something that like they're just pulling it out. Like they've been thinking about it. This extension talk has been talked about. Now it's even heightened up. I think it's just there's a number there, right? And he's trying to stretch that number. You know what I mean? Because I just don't see it even being advantageous to him to coach in the NFL, especially if he's not, like he alluded to, coaching his kids. That's what he's always talked about, that he'll never coach anywhere else unless he's coaching his kids. But let's get a little deeper into a few of these videos, and then we'll close it out. So this is, again, him alluding to, I can't show us because it's ABC, so we'll let it play.
But is there a chance that you could enter the NFL?
I know where you're going. You try to go viral, right? Yeah. If I respond, you know we're going viral, right?
I know, right?
You know what? The only way I would consider is to coach my son. Not son. No. Sons. Okay.
I think we're going to go viral with that.
Yeah.
So that's not a no.
No, it is not a no. I forgot about Shiloh. Oh, God. I don't know. Maybe Shiloh can be like the ball boy or a towel boy. Look, he's just not. I thought he was an NFL guy, but he's not. I thought he was. He's not. Deion Sanders forced him to stay in college for an extra 3 years, and I think that just did a lot more harm than it did good. Here's a few more videos of actually Deion the man himself. I want to get this date because I think it's very important because I believe this was preseason. So we'll end it off with this. A year ago, Deion Sanders doesn't think he's built to coach in the NFL. So this is 11/7/23.
Is the NFL a goal eventually in your life?
Coaching?
Yeah.
No, not whatsoever. I don't think I'm built for the NFL. I don't think, because I appreciate the game so much, and I respect the game so much of what the game has consistently done for me for a multitude of years, that when I see a guy getting paid millions and millions of dollars and he has no respect for the game, does not want to excel and exceed expectations in the game, I'm going to have a true problem. So I'm the kind of coach that would go out there with 53 and come back after halftime with about 32. Because I can't do it. Like I'm too brutally honest, and I want to win that much, and I need everybody that respects the game. And oftentimes money clouds that judgment. That is happening in college football. Money clouds that love and that passion for the game.
What if it's a package deal with you and Shador?
Don't forget Shiloh, by the way. Don't forget Shiloh.
Eventually he's coming.
Yeah, they're going to come out the same year, next year.
Okay.
They better not try to leave daddy this year, by the way. I don't know.
Hey, man, look, you can call Deion Sanders a lot of things, but you can't call him inconsistent. As soon as he brought up his sons, he was like, wait, first off, Shiloh, don't forget it. And that's messed up because, damn, Shiloh is like 2 years older than Shador. First off, that's crazy. Not only does he not know, he doesn't know ball, but no, it's just obviously the way things are framed. He probably just assumes, Shiloh is like the younger, because it's more like brother stuff, less than it is about football. But regardless, hey, you can say whatever you want about Deion, but it's consistent. When he brought up his kids, he went from I can't do it to like it was a thought at that point, and then to double down on what kind of Dan Patrick's getting at, like. And what even Deion alluded to, I think sadly this makes it the beginning of what he was talking about. Like, I can't trust people who don't, who make money and aren't going to respect the game. That's the reality that we're sitting on right now in college football. So how long does that whole respect of the game last when this upcoming next year, we have revenue sharing? I don't know, man. But y'all let me know. Do y'all think Deion Sanders is ever going to coach in the NFL? Do you think it's going to be coming soon? Do you think he's going to be leaving Colorado anytime soon? Y'all let me know in the comments, man. Leave a like on the video if you like it, dislike if you don't like it, subscribe if you enjoy college football content. My beard doesn't connect. I'm looking real scruffy, but you're phenomenal, all right? You don't forget it. Next time, peace.